Hey guys, Voidman here. I'm making this video as a supplement to my forum post. This is my Duelist EK build. The premise of the build is to have uh, decent armor, decent health with HP regen, and just to spam EK. It's a very simple build. I made it so it's a little bit modifiable for both hardcore, softcore, and different playstyles. But the basics of it are the same, and I don't run auras like other EK builds because I want to be as lazy as possible. That's pretty much the premise of this build, is just to spam one ability while you're sitting there face tanking pretty much. So here's the basic build, um, what it looks like, but it can be changed for hardcore by switching out some of these upper nodes for more life regen here and more life here, and eventually you can get these life nodes as well. Um, the way Ethereal Knives works is it's a spell, but it's considered physical damage. So you're going to want as much spell power as possible. So wand and shield um, to increase its damage. As for your sockets, you're going to want EK connected with Iron Will. Iron Will is pretty much what makes you be able to cast spells as a strength user. Converts all the strength damage bonus to spells. You're going to want added fire damage. This is very important. Getting a quality one is very good. It pretty much, since it's a physical damage ability, but it is a spell, you get all the bonus of this. So this is increasing my damage by 38% just by this one support gem. Faster projectiles is optional, but highly, highly recommended. I would never not use it. Um, it makes EK fan out more and go farther, so you don't have to be right in melee range using it. But you can switch it out for, say, faster casting to increase your DPS. But I find it pretty necessary. And Life Leech, which is pretty necessary as well. As you were going to be face tanking most of our stuff, the HP regen back from this is very nice. Everything else that you have is pretty much, um, what would you say, icing on the cake. Um, you can run totems, flame totem with knockback, or summon skeleton totem with is probably your best bet if you want to when you're doing maps and stuff. Um, Also, you're going to want a projectile weakness linked with increased area of effect. That way you can get the effect of projectile weakness in a big area. Because, I mean, this is increasing your cursed enemies take 28% more damage from projectiles. That's 28% more DPS just from casting that one spell. Um, I'll show you some of the gameplay of pretty much how the build works. It's a very straightforward build. That's the whole point of it, and modifiable by the player. So I kept out auras and things like that just to make it more simple. That, and I believe that auras are going to get a nerf, and their design mechanics behind them are flawed. But I'll make another video about that in the future because it's something I believe pretty strongly in. So I try to keep auras away from most of my builds, but you definitely can run it and switch out um, blood magic for running like clarity or something. Alright. So you hit him with projectile weakness and then just throw knives at him. That's pretty much the entire build. It's pretty dang fast. At level 68 right now, my EK is doing 2,780 damage, so it's pretty respectable damage. Um, Even without all the added, if I went more HP, which would also give me more HP regen, I'd be looking still at around 2.4, 2.3k DPS, which is nothing to scoff at level 68. Plus, you'd have way more survivability. Not having the Mana Flask leaves a um, open an open flask down there, so I use a Diamond Flask. So when I get jumped by a bunch of mobs, I can just pop a or not a Diamond Flask, a Granite Flask. Um, like this, for example, when I'm fighting uh, champions and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the basics of the build. If you want a more in-depth guide, I would suggest looking in the description. I have a link to my forum post, and that should be pretty detailed on how exactly to play the class and different levels, what you're looking for, what items to get, and stuff like that. If you found the video helpful or would like to see future videos, please subscribe to my channel, and have a nice day.